So this video is going to be about looking at my new DJI Spark drone, but I just wanted to tell a bit of a story on decisions I made getting here and other things that I bought, and we'll unpack a few of those, and along the way I'll add some tips as well, so watch out for the tips. So originally I wasn't sure about buying a drone, and I thought the best thing would be to buy something really cheap and simple to see what I was doing and if I liked it, and those kind of things, you know, what to watch out for. So I bought a really cheap small drone. I didn't realize it was going to be this small. It's really a toy in a way, but it does fly. It does have a camera. You can take video with it. It does have a controller. You can hook the phone and connect to it and see what the drone sees. So it had the basics of what I wanted to do. And so there are a few things that I learnt in using this drone that I thought of when I purchased my Sparky. So one of the key things was the batteries ran out really quick, and I thought, you know, I'm usually out in the bushland and I have no access to a charger, so I'm going to need to have several batteries. So that's point one, need more than one battery. I put these propeller guards on. Originally I didn't, and in testing I kept hitting things because I was learning how to fly, and I kept losing propellers. And I thought, well, I don't have actually that many spare. There's only like 1 or 2 left in the pack, and I think I had about 6 or 8 when I started. So, need some spare propellers. The software for this only worked on the iPhone, and I was using my iPhone 7 on this, which was fine, but the screen was a bit small, and again you're draining battery, and some of the software itself was pretty basic and kludgy, and the real problem was the battery in this little thing just ran out super quick. If you used Wi-Fi, it would just die very quickly, and then it had no power to climb. So I'm going to cut in a little bit of video that I took with this so you can see how bad it actually was. So I hope you got an idea of what I was working with there, but it did teach me some good lessons. It still works as a toy. I might sell it, but you know, it taught me some good lessons, and that was the main reason I did it. So this is the drone I've just purchased, the DJI Spark. It's a quadcopter kind of drone. You would have seen plenty of videos of these kind of things anyway. It has its own little case, which is good, lightweight. It comes with a cable and charger, and not much else. I bought this used, and there were no spare propellers in the box, and also no instruction manuals or anything like that. So I went online and looked at the PDF, and also looked at a lot of YouTube videos. As well as this, I bought a whole lot of accessories, and I want to show you what they look like and actually try a few out. So this is somewhat of an unboxing as well as a tipped video. As I was saying, spare propellers. These ones happen to be red. I thought they would stand out a little bit. They're the same style as these normal ones. It's pretty easy to put these propellers on and off. You just hold the motor, press down and turn, and they slide out. Make sure you match up the white ring with the white stripe, because they counter-rotate. That's how they stay in the air. 4 spare propellers times 2, so a lot of spare propellers. The next thing I bought, of course, I mentioned the spare batteries. So I'm just going to open one to have a look. top of course, spark battery, and there we go. There's one battery already on the drone. Now I have two more. Each one gives me about 15-16 minutes of flight time. So 3 of these should give me maybe 40 minutes or so of flight time. Next tip, number the batteries. So get a marker pen, something you can see easily, and mark on the battery itself a number. This will be number 1's already in there, the original. This will be number 2. I think I will put the number on the top here. So it's easy for me to see. Number 2. And this will be 3. And in that way, I can make sure that when I'm charging them, I can make sure I follow the order of each battery and that they'll all get a turn in the right amount of charge and spread the numbers of charge across the 3 batteries, so hopefully they'll have an even kind of lifespan across the 3. Of course, to charge the batteries I'm going to need a charger. It comes with the USB cable and power plug, but to charge them up the battery has to be in the drone. So I bought a charging hub, so I'm just going to open that now so we can have a look. Again, in a nice black box. Just move the batteries out of the way. Here we go. Instructions, power brick, cord, and this will be the hub charger. So each of the batteries will slot into that, like so. Number 2, his home will be here. And then I can charge 3 at once. And also making sure when you have the battery attached to the drone, it's really solidly clicked in there. Make sure it doesn't come loose or get knocked loose, because it have been cases of people having their batteries fall out while it's in flight. Also these propeller guards, they're a good idea while I'm learning how to fly the drone. They come like everything else on the drone, white items match with white motors. They just attach on the motor stem, click onto the arm, and then a fold over click just holds it in place. The last thing I wanted to look at showing you was these stands. So the idea of these stands is, as you can see on the picture here, it raises the drone off the ground. One of the problems is it has a very low landing zone. You can see it just sits flat on the ground here, which is fine if there's just bare concrete, but I'm out in the bush and there's always going to be weeds or stems or something sticking up from the ground. So by adding these legs to each corner, I should get a nice bit of raised height. It will hopefully help me from damaging the drone and helping it land straight. But I can already see a problem. These click on to each leg at the end of the motor, but if I'm using the guards, they are also on the end of each motor. So I'm just going to try attaching one now on the other leg to see if it works. So here are the leg extensions, and it's kind of as I thought. It really attaches around the motor base, and so looking at the propeller guard, there's no way I could stick this leg onto, have both on at the same time, which is unfortunate. Perhaps that's a market for a new product. Propeller guard with the leg extension built in. Wouldn't probably be too hard to do. But for the moment, I think I would rather the raised height off the ground if I'm going to be practicing on grass, as long as I'm a big open area. If I'm in a closed in area, then I think I'll put the propeller guards on. But for the moment, I'll just go with the raising the legs. I'll just attach them. Hang on a second. Yeah, I like the look of that already. I like that it's off the ground and gives a lot of clearance. I'm not going to get the camera gimbal at the front hit. And yeah, I think that's probably a better way to go. Also, they're very light, which is great. Don't add much to the weight of the drone. So the last thing really to show you is the controller. So the controller is essentially like a Wi-Fi transmitter by itself. More powerful than just using the phone alone. You can just use your iPhone or Android phone by itself with the DJI Go software. But if you use the controller, you get a few more controls and functions, but also quite a lot more range. I think it's something like perhaps 2 kilometers or something like that. So the phone you're using clips into these 2 arms at the bottom. So I'll just show you that. What I'm planning to do is use this Android phone, which is a Nexus 6P. The reason I rather use this than my iPhone is it's got a much bigger display. So it will actually help me see things a bit clearer, and I'll just put it in there and I'll show you what it looks like. So here's the controller with the phone being held. I don't actually have to, it's held in there pretty good, which is, I think I would still hold on to it though, but it gives me a nice big screen area to see what's going on. This would be a good solution because it'll allow me to fly the drone much further distances. So it's about putting in a few hours now, getting some practice in flying, understanding the finesse of the control and the different features. So I'm just going to add a bit of footage now so you can have a look at a few things I've tried, and hopefully we'll take more video down at the property. So thanks for watching and enjoy the next bit of footage, and I'll see you on the next video.